Wait a minute, am I in the right pod? Hey guys, DB Right here, and today I am back with a new What If. This was actually suggested to me in the comment section, and thank you very much for suggesting this, because it's actually quite hard thinking of some what ifs for Raditz week. Yeah, they're not coming to me as quickly as others, so thank you for suggesting this in the comments, and we'll get right into it. This what if is, what if Raditz went to Earth instead of Goku? And well, with that, the story would start off in post-planet Vegeta, before Frieza blows it up, and basically you get Bardock and Gine having their heart-to-heart reunion, and pretty much just like how my what if Raditz went with Goku to Earth, what if it would pretty much mean that Raditz would choose not to ignore Frieza's callback order and go back, and well, if it turned out to be nothing, he could always return and tell Vegeta and Nappa what's up. And well, since Raditz really wasn't much useful in that particular battle, Nappa and Vegeta just pretty much let him go. Okay, you're not exactly being useful here. Go on, go back home. Go back to your mummy and daddy. And well, with that, Raditz did promise to return with news. However, when he got there, he saw that that his father and Gine were having a more or less serious conversation, and Raditz wondering what's with the callback order, and this is where Bardock fills him in on his suspicions that Frieza basically is on his way to blow up the planet. What? But what about all the service we gave him throughout the years? That must count for something. You're not making sense, father. But rest assured, it is happening, especially considering Raditz is more or less detecting Frieza just in the outer atmosphere of space. And well, yeah, more or less, Raditz and Gine do more or less agree with Bardock that they gotta get Kakarot off-world, and Raditz, of course, that means they gotta get Raditz off-world as well. So, they're both carrying a space pod each. One of them is carrying Raditz's space pod, while the other one is carrying the one with, is carrying another space pod, the one that Bardock stole for Kakarot. And well, with that, this is where things deviate from the original story, because well, they forgot which pod was which and ended up mixing up the two. So when Bardock put Kakarot back in the planet and hit launch, it's only programmed to go back to its previous coordinates. In other words, Kakarot's not on his way to Earth like Bardock and Gine wanted. No, he's on his way to Nappa and Vegeta's location, while Raditz is tucked away in Kakarot's spaceball with the destination pre-programmed in and ready to go. Oops! But either way, at least both their children are safe, yeah? And well, with a heartful, tearful goodbye as their boys are being launched into outer space to face the unknown, well, this is where, well, as you can imagine, Raditz does land on Earth, landing right where Kakarot's ship lands in the original timeline, the original anime and manga. And well, Vegeta, Nappa, and those other couple of Saiyans that were with him in Dragon Ball Super Broly, and of course the Dragon Ball Minus manga, are more or less thinking, you know, time to pack it up, head home to Planet Vegeta. And well, this is where they get their news on the scouter that Planet Vegeta has been destroyed by an asteroid, and that that the Frieza force could not get there in time to evacuate any Saiyans. And with that, suddenly a space pod lands right near them. Now, from the markings and just very distinct markings that are on the space pod, they can recognize the space pod as Raditz's space pod. Huh. So it looks like that weakling managed to escape the destruction of our homeworld after all. Huh. Suppose he is useful for something, like running away. And to everyone's shock, when the pod opens, that's not Raditz sitting in there. It is a smaller child, little Kakarot, in his Saiyan armor, venturing out, all confused, wondering what's going on. Hey, isn't that Raditz's kid brother, Kakarot? Not really hard to mistake Kakarot, considering he has the exact same haircut as his Bardock. Wow, he really does take after his father, doesn't he? Kakarot going off. He has no idea what's happened. Poor Kakarot. Not to mention, poor Vegeta and Nappa, yeah, they're going to be listening to Kakarot's wailing for quite a bit. At least until Vegeta has had enough of it and shuts the kid up. But more or less, this means yes, Kakarot will be raised by Vegeta and Nappa in this timeline. Possibly even Frieza. And well, meanwhile, Raditz has indeed landed on Earth, right where Kakarot should have landed. And him, just as confused and baffled, he doesn't see his brother anywhere. His ship should have landed right next to his, literally, a couple of seconds after landing. And well, this is where Raditz more or less has the realization that, oh no, Father must have put him in my space pod. I forgot to wipe the coordinates clear. Oh, Raditz, you had one job to do. Clear the coordinates from the memory banks, and you didn't even do that. Realizing that his brother's going to be raised by Prince Vegeta and Nappa. And that's if Kakarot is lucky to arrive before Vegeta and Nappa decide to leave that world and go somewhere else. And unfortunately, Raditz does not remember the coordinates that his previous space pod have, so he can't go after him. And well, so really, Raditz is stuck there. And well, this is where old man sort of comes upon him, which is quite funny actually, because Raditz is just standing there cursing everything. Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it! Kind of like Vegeta does. And he's like, oh, such rude language for such a young man. And well, Raditz straight out tries to attack the old man, Grandpa Gohan, and he's pretty much beaten really easily. Raditz is stronger than Kakarot in this timeline, but considering his lack of battle experience, this is very early Raditz, he wouldn't even be 1200 yet in his power level like he is in Dragon Ball Z. Raditz may not have gotten much stronger in his adult life, but he still would have gotten a bit stronger during his battles with Nappa and Vegeta in the original timeline. So yeah, he's definitely not as strong as his adult version from the original timeline, is basically what I'm getting at here. So Grandpa Gohan was easily able to subdue the kid, even by some luck managing to grab Raditz's tail and pass him out. Ooh. Raditz later waking up in his home to a nice big spread. With that, Raditz is sort of just chowing down, and unlike Kakarot in the Dragon Ball Minus manga, he is actually using the cutlery. Gine did manage to teach Raditz at least a little bit of proper etiquette. After all, Bardock wasn't really around much to raise him. It was more or less Gine who brought up Raditz. And he's like, oh, you mustn't have eaten in ages, boy. So where are you from, anyway? I'm from planet Vegeta, but it's now been blown up now thanks to that maniac Frieza. This just baffles Gohan, and well, more or less, Raditz is filling Gohan in with this whole thing. He's like, "Look, you don't have to take care of me, old man. I could easily just build my own homestead right here. I'm actually quite independent." And well, Gohan doesn't find this hard to believe at all. And well, one day he just sees Raditz holding in this really huge stone, and he's blowing a hole through it and making a floor. He's more or less building himself his own hut, similar to the one he had back on planet Vegeta. Because Raditz was old enough that he was more or less beginning to live on his own. But he ends up building his hut in the image of his home that he grew up in with his parents. Raditz getting a little sentimental, I guess, missing home. And as for Grandpa Gohan, he's quite happy to have the boy around on the property, and he's quite a big help, with fishing and hunting, and Grandpa Gohan is actually more than happy teaching Raditz his side of the martial arts, because Raditz was taken off guard with Gohan's sudden raise of power level when they had their first initial battle when they first met. And well, Raditz is more or less curious to learn this himself. This could be very useful to him, because there are times he does think about avenging the Saiyan race. However, his cautious nature seems to get the better of him, thinking, I'm not strong enough to attempt that. Why would I even attempt that? That would be suicide going up against Frieza. But, needless to say, with the training of Grandpa Gohan, and since there's no mystery to who the Saiyans are thanks to Raditz filling him in, Grandpa Gohan doesn't get stomped in this timeline, and Raditz knows well enough not to look at the full moon. And well, with Grandpa Gohan supplying Raditz with Roshi-style sunglasses, it's not much of a problem at all. The full moon's not really a problem at all. And well, with that, more or less, the entire adventure of Dragon Ball pretty much carries on per normal, except you got Raditz instead of Kakarot. And well, by the time Bulma shows up at the beginning of Dragon Ball, Raditz, who's pretty much same age as her, if not a bit older, well, more or less has Bulma already smitten with him, and well, he's definitely quite a good bodyguard when they go off and hunt the Dragon Balls. And well, with that, the whole story of Dragon Ball pretty much plays out per normal with Raditz, him defeating the Red Ribbon Army, him going off to... He actually manages to beat Ten Shinhan in the 23rd Tenkaichi Budokai, so that's pretty much a minor difference there. And he does manage to defeat King Piccolo and Junior in the 23rd Tenkaichi... No, is it 23rd? So it's 22nd Tenkaichi Budokai, he beats Ten Shinhan, sorry. And does beat him again in the 23rd Tenkaichi Budokai, along with Junior, saving the world. And as for who Raditz ends up marrying, he essentially ends up marrying Bulma. First girl he met, and well, Raditz really liked Bulma's feistiness, even though she was with Yamcha for a bit of the time. But there was just no denying that she had quite strong feelings for Raditz. And they grew over time, and well, rather than let Chi-Chi have a way, Chi-Chi tried to make an advance on Raditz as well, but Raditz was interested in Bulma and unfortunately rejected Chi-Chi right then and there. Ouch. And well, the years have gone by, and we've now head into basically the beginning of Z, where Raditz would be, in this case, Raditz being reunited with Kakarot. Kakarot, who didn't understand much of what was going on when he was evacuated. He didn't know he was meant to go to a planet called Earth, but he knew that somehow Bardock and Gine knew something was going to destroy the planet. So he doesn't know it was Frieza. He believes it was an asteroid like everyone else. It's just due to him being so young and not really understanding what was going on around him. But eventually, he did manage to remember the planet Earth, and that's where Raditz was sent to. And well, due to Kakarot's childhood with Vegeta, it was definitely a rough one for the young man. However, Vegeta was very impressed with the young low-class Saiyan. He caught up to essentially their power to Nappa and Vegeta's standards really quickly. Now, unlike Raditz, who would cower when things get difficulty and rely on tactics and strategy to get himself out, Kakarot was a true Saiyan warrior who didn't shy away from taking on guys stronger than he is and getting full benefits of the Zenkai and becoming stronger because of it. Just like Vegeta and Nappa do. And this definitely impresses Nappa and Vegeta. And as for Kakarot's growth and power, he is actually more powerful than... He's more powerful than Nappa. He's more or less on the 10,000 range, while Vegeta, when he powers up fully, he's more or less 20,000, 15,000, something like that anyway. But regardless, Kakarot is only second to Vegeta, and well, this is where Kakarot, like I said, in his adulthood, he does remember Earth, and does suggest to Vegeta and Nappa that he goes and gets Raditz. Huh. So after all these years, you finally remember what dirtball they sent him to? Huh. I wouldn't even really bother, Kakarot. Surely he's probably weaker than what he was before. Probably run from every battle he's ever been in. But Kakarot goes, Well, Vegeta, you learned not to underestimate me and my growth. I wouldn't be underestimating my own brothers. And well, Nappa and Vegeta is just sort of agreeing, well, if it means that much to you, Kakarot, then go. But I want you back here in one piece, understood? If you can't get Raditz to come back with you, just forget it. Very well, my prince. And with that, Kakarot takes his leave and is on his way to Earth. And, well, Raditz, within the years, he is stronger than his original counterpart. You could say he'd be more or less on par with Nappa. But to be right, how did Raditz get so strong? Well, you know how Goku went insane training in the Room of Spirit and Time, only training a month? Well, that didn't happen to Raditz. When he did the training, he actually was able to take it. He was able to take it and withstand the full year, and this reaped his benefits really greatly. And as well as the constant training with Popo and Kami, it definitely built his power level quite strong. So yeah, Junior didn't really have much of a chance against him in the tournament. So it was quite an easy battle for young Raditz. And well, on him getting married to Bulma and having their own first Saiyan child, a little boy no less, and I think that's where we're going to leave things for now. And I'll tell you what, if you guys are wanting to get more involved in this story, I'll let you guys pick the name of Bulma and Raditz's child. It is a boy, but what should we name him? We need a name. And the most liked suggestion in the comments, that'll be the name we'll stick to. Alright, thank you guys for tuning in. How are things going to go when Kakarot turns up? Will there be an all-out fight like you'd expect, like in the original? Or will it end with Raditz going back into the Saiyan fold? Or will he or even still, will Kakarot end up joining him after Raditz reveals a certain bit of information that he was old enough to understand? All this and more next time when we continue this What If. This is What if Raditz went to Earth instead of Goku? Alright guys, catch you later. See you later. Don't forget to leave your thoughts in the comments, and as always, don't forget to like and subscribe. And thank you guys who have been supporting the channel. It really does mean a lot. As always, thank you guys so much. Catch you later.